And now, Mikeypiece Theater is proud to present Timcast LOL.
Welcome to Timcast, coming to you live from the battleground of the Civil War, where we are its last soldiers. I can literally hear the bombs bursting in air. We'll talk about that, smash that like button. Tonight our guest is noted free speech activist and sex trafficking survivor, Eliza Bleu.
Thank you, Timothy.
Yeah, how are you tonight, Eliza?
Excuse me, I did not agree to these personal questions. I cannot comment on that.
Alright, and would you like a glass of water?
Yeah, I'm gonna object to this abusive line of questioning.
That's fair, I see your point, but I wanted to talk about your social media work. So what exactly is your role at Twitter?
I mostly do under the desk work.
Right, and that makes sense, but I guess some people or bots have questions.
Let me tell you something. Eliza Bleu did not get to where Eliza Bleu is by being a fool. Eliza Bleu lots of people. And that's why it's called a job.
Right, but so what is your job exactly?
I'm a survivor, Timothy. I help survivors. Now let me unpack that for you. My survivors pay me a nominal fee, and if they can find 300 other women to say that they was trafficked, they get a little percent of my fee. So everybody wins, and it's shaped like a.
Like a pyramid.
Exactly, Tim. You're so chiseled and handsome. I'm single.
That makes sense, I see your point.
I also want to mention to all the survivors and aspiring survivors who are watching this program, call this hotline. The number is 122 Eliza Bleu.
And that makes sense, I see your point. So what exactly is your life like right now, Eliza?
Tim, I come here tonight, beautiful but broken, beaten but not battered, shaken but not stirred.
Why?
I have spent the last week in captivity. I was trafficked for the 17th time this year.
And I believe we have a video from your trafficker. You sent us this video, you said that your trafficker had a statement, he wanted to come clean. And that makes sense, I have no questions.
Yes, my trafficker has to remain anonymous for legal reasons, but he had a statement that he wanted to make. If you can play the tape.
Great, play the tape.
I trafficked Eliza Bleu. I did it because she is so beautiful and so very youthful too. She does not look a day over 42. That is why I offered her $250,000 for her sex. Eliza Bleu is a survivor, and we need to give her lots of money. Wow, those some powerful words.
That's a good point, makes sense, I have no questions.
What's the chat saying?
What chat? I don't know what you're talking about, I see nothing.
That's exactly what Gerard Way said when I struck him.
Right, so Eliza, I think people wanted to hear this from you directly. Can you tell us your harrowing story of human trafficking?
Oh, goodness gracious. I don't know if I could relive it again.
And that's fair, I see your point.
Ooh, but I am ready to speak my truth.
That's great.
I was taken at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time this afternoon. My abusers, they put me into a long tube in the sky. And this tube, it had wings. And so they trafficked me into that sky container in confinement. but I survived.
That's not trafficking. That was your flight here.
Right, but well, then they took me to their warehouse, and there was all fluorescent lighting, and they forced me to pick from a variety of different lunch meat options.
That's not trafficking. That's ordering a sandwich. Our producers took you out to lunch.
Yes, but okay, let me break it down for you, because then I got a phone call from these men, and they said that they was from the government. And so they called me on the telephone, and they said that they had my little daughter in captivity, in trafficking. So I had to go and fly in the sky tube to Paris and use my skills as a survivor to rescue her from that captivity.
That's the plot of the movie Taken.
Well, they must have stolen Eliza Bleu's story, and I am suing them.
Makes sense. I see where you're coming from. So, can you tell us the story of your most recent trafficking? What happened?
I was walking through a pit of tar, and there was this little man there. He was my abuser, and he had all yellow lights, and then he held his hand up to me to say like stop. He was silencing me, and then he had all red lights. He shape-shifted. Now, if you can put this man's picture on a screen, this was my trafficker.
That is a stoplight. That's not trafficking. That's crossing the street.
No, I was sitting in my car a long time.
Yeah, that's not trafficking. That's just traffic.
Oh. Want to see my ass?
You're gonna accuse me of trafficking, aren't you?
Possibly.